Hello, welcome back to Two Limes and a Lemon, where I'm bravely defending one of my movie choices this week. This is the Hear Me Out series, and today it's my turn to commit a crime against cinema discourse with my two colleagues.
Colleagues?
I'm talking about... Yeah, my two little colleagues
that's
here.
all we are.
Not my friends, my colleagues. I'm talking about the 2014 biblical fever dream, Noah, directed by Darren Aronofsky. I am so happy I said that last name right, because I've been dreading saying his last name all day. It stars Russell Crowe, some rock monster angels, and a level of intensity that suggests everyone involved thought they were making the most important film in history. And hear me out, I kind of love it.
Are we having theme music? Like, how do we... Is it just start with us talking?
Yeah, Dave's gonna do us some, like, a jingle, I think.
Dave.
Nat.
Danielle.
Two Limes
and a Lemon.
Okay, fun fact about the film.
There's something fun about this film.
Yeah, fun fact about the movie. Darren see, there we go. I've done it already. Second attempt.
You done good.
Darren Aronofsky said, because it's all about environmental and stuff, he said no plastic bottles, no nothing on set. So Emma Watson apparently drank from, what's it called? Like when the water's just still, stagnant, drank from some stagnant water and got sick.
Oh.
So that was, I know, right? So
You know, they do have, like, China cups, like...
Or like a Stanley. There was water bottles back in 2014.
yeah, I know, but apparently no plastic bottles are allowed. So she consumed some stagnant water and got sick.
Oh, I'm seeing the segue here.
What have you guys been consuming this week?
Not stagnant water. I decided to, even though I didn't enjoy the first one, watch Aquaman 2 yesterday.
Oh.
I don't know why I put myself through it, but I don't know. I do like Patrick Wilson, so that might have had something to do with it. You know me, he weren't hobbling in this one, so Dave, you could watch it. It was like two movies in a way, and I don't know if this is because of all the behind-the-scenes drama with a certain court case, but it just felt like the first half was kind of like put together and it like you could follow the story, and then the second half was just like almost like a fever dream of scenes that didn't really match. There were certain bits where characters were talking to other characters and it was like they were like in separate rooms, green screened, but it was very odd, but it was all right. I mean, all Marvel and DC movies are kind of crap now anyway, so I didn't really expect too much from it. But yeah, that's what I watched. How about you, Danielle?
Last weekend, I went and saw The Housemaid at the theaters, and I thought it was quite fun. It was a nice little popcorn thriller. It wasn't, I have probably no desire to see it again, but, it was fun.
Have you read the book?
I haven't read the books. The books are wildly popular online, and I think it's a combination between there being like a ton of twists and then there being a lot of sex in them. They're like super smutty, apparently.
What is it with you with all these like type of films and books that you read or shows?
It's not our fault. Our books are like, oh, it's a good fantasy book, and then it's like, but we've also got to have a lot of smut in it. Like,
Here comes the Minotaur.
No, but like that's what's popular online for reading. And like I said, I haven't read this, so I've only heard about this and know of people that have read it. I didn't actively search this one out to read, but it is. But the thrill that the film was getting decent reviews and people were saying it was fun, so I thought it would be a fun one to see in the theater with an audience. It's about a rich woman who hires another woman to be a live-in maid in their house. They continuously call her a housemaid, which seems very antiquated term, but whatever. And
what's the difference between a housemaid and a maid?
Do they live there?
I don't know. Maybe the housemaid lives in.
Oh, maybe.
And the maid doesn't. I don't know. I'm not rich enough to have a maid, so I don't know. Any wealthy in our listener base want to call in and tell us. But yeah. Amanda Seyfried plays the wife, and they hire Sydney Sweeney, and she's got some like back, like she's not who she says she is, and then the wife starts acting kind of crazy and doing stuff, and then the maid becomes attracted to the husband. Like there's a attraction between the two of them. There's probably about 10 minutes of like real smutty scenes in it, and there's like 100 twists.
Is it not a bit like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
It's been a while since I saw that one.
It's like
so maybe
it's kind of like the same thing, except she's like the nanny rather than a housemaid. But she basically does like housemaid duties.
Oh, you know what? This one, the maid isn't the one kind of doing the bad stuff.
Oh, okay. Is she just witnessing it, sort of thing?
Well, the wife is doing, like, the wife comes down on her first day, and she was like, where are these important papers I needed? You threw them out.
Okay.
And, like, I'm going to have to, like, dock you a day's pay because you threw out these papers. My whole day is ruined, blah, blah, blah. And the maid is like, what's going on? I didn't do anything. And the husband is kind of defending the maid, but placating the wife. And so it makes it seem like he knows she's crazy, and he's trying to protect her, but also not target the maid as well.
Sounds very convoluted. You go to a toilet break and you come back and they're like, who's this? I'm leaving.
It's directed by the same guy who did A Simple Favor, which was that Blake Lively.
Yeah,
so it has the same tone to that. Yeah, it knows what it is. Like, it's not trying to be high drama. It knows that it's campy, and that it has all these twist on twist on twists that are like, what? And then, so.
How about you, Dave? What have you been up to?
We watched Wonka.
We did watch Wonka. I could have said Wonka.
Oh, bloody hell, Wonka.
Oh.
How was it? I haven't seen it.
It's stupid.
It was god awful. I wouldn't even recommend you watch it. The songs were crap.
I mean, this is my consuming, Natalie, not yours.
Okay.
I'll just make another cup of tea, shall I? Oh, you're definitely colleagues. No, I disliked it because it was very silly, but too silly to the fact that it was just trying to be nonsense for the sake of being nonsense. Like that he speaks silly. He's like, oh, we need to go get some milk from a giraffe. I'm like, do you? Oh, cool. It's like trying to be like the Doctor from Doctor Who, and you're like, oh, just go away. Like, go somewhere else and sell your chocolate.
Did you like the Gene Wilder one, like the old one?
Yeah, that was great.
That's the best one.
He's playing it like silly, but he's playing it properly.
Did you like the Johnny Depp one?
No, because that was also weird.
I didn't hate it. But it's no
agreed.
Gene Wilder at the end of the day.
I think Gene had an idea. He was like, I need to play it goofy, but not stupid.
Yeah. I mean, even though Roald Dahl hated the Gene Wilder one, and he was like, it's nothing like the book, like he would have preferred the Johnny Depp one, probably.
Like, I could see the charm, a little bit of charm from, is it Timothy Chalamet. Chardonnay, whatever it is. But
now you got me saying it wrong.
Yeah. Hugh Grant was alright, but he wasn't in it enough. I think Oompa Loompa, every time the Oompa Loompa came on, it was a bit like, oh, something different. That's cool.
So is it like an origin story of how Willy Wonka came to be?
Basically.
Does it explain why he goes into hiding? Because isn't that where we start the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
That would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's just he goes to London. He goes to Oxford, I think. If you liked it, great for you, but not for me. Speak of the unknown. Let's get on to our main topic. Noah. Best soundtrack by far, but we'll go into that later. A very quick rundown of the plot, because everyone should kind of know this.
Spoilers for the Bible.
Spoilers for Noah. Spoilers for the Bible.
If you haven't read the Bible, stop here.
Go
pause,
find the Bible.
Go read the whole Bible. Come back and listen to the podcast.
Is it Genesis? Is he in Genesis?
I don't know.
Who knows?
That would be a Danielle question.
It's been a long time. It's definitely Old Testament.
So anyway, the creator, or in brackets God, because we don't want to offend anyone from a different religion, tells Noah that the world is basically trash in some weird kind of terrible fever dream. He has to do it twice because Noah just doesn't know what he's on about.
Well, would you, like, pause? Would you understand the creator's vision?
No, he made no sense. He could just write it down or something. But anyway, yeah, so he tells Noah the world is trash and you have to build a big ark. Minecraft style. It has to just be squares. That's all we can do. He then goes and adopts some rock angels and then traumatizes his family by almost committing generational murder, saves some animals, and then emotionally collapses in a vineyard at the end. So that's essentially the plot of the Noah movie, very condensed.
Do you want to give us why you think it's great? Is there like a quick... I'm curious about this, honestly.
So, I don't know. Something about religious films, for some reason they get me. I get them. Like... For some reason, I remember watching Constantine.
That's a good movie.
I know that's not really a religious film, but it's got angels in it and demons. So, like, stuff like that. I remember watching Constantine and being really like, oh, maybe there is this sort of mystical realm that I don't know about. And then with Noah as well, it's quite vague in its story, but because it's a biblical story, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be epic. And for me, it was like a big epic movie. It's not just about getting the animals onto the ark. They could have gone loads of different ways with it, but they trying to condense it to this one man's kind of like trauma of like, I have to basically build an ark.
Kill a planet.
Yeah, just let everyone die. I could try and save as many people as I can, but I'm not. I'm just going to do what I'm set out to do and try and interpret this wacky dream as best I can. And like, I loved the shots. It was filmed very, okay. The quick bullet point list why I like it. I loved the cast. Anthony Hopkins, great. Emma Watson, I liked her in it. Russell Crowe, Ray Winston, had a great cast.
Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman, or is it the other guy who looks like Logan Lerman? I loved the music. It's very epic, and I love the CGI rocks angels because they were very like stop motiony and not stop motiony, and they were great. That's why I loved it. Ray Winston, maybe not so much, but everyone else was great.
I have a question. Now, knowing that you weren't sort of raised with religion, did you know the Noah story coming into this?
Yeah, I think at school, everyone gets some sort of Bible stories. I didn't know it to the extent of like, I just knew that 2 animals went onto a boat, an ark, and he saved the world from drowning, and there was a rainbow at the end. I didn't know about the whole Ray Winston attacking. I think that was all.
That's because that's not in there.
That's not in there.
And that's fine with me. Like, I would love a bit of Swiss Family Robinson making a boat. I didn't need the Ray Winston storyline. It was epic enough.
I don't know. I just didn't enjoy this. I think I came in with sort of preconceived notion of what I wanted in a Noah story. Much like Natalie said, ark building and then animal husbandry, and
they wanted to focus on the whole end of the world, kind of like dealing with that pressure of Noah's like not believing God, like faith with God or not.
But then they should have done that and got rid of the Ray Winston bit, and then they could have focused on the animals and Noah's guilt complex.
Yeah, but they needed like a villain in it, didn't they? They needed like a...
Noah was the villain in this one, unfortunately.
Well, he became a bit mad near the end, didn't he? But the God's the villain doing it, isn't he?
I like Darren Aronofsky films, and I think some of those themes were pulled through in here. I think the costuming took me out a little bit. I think it looked like a high fashion version of End of the World almost.
Yeah, because they had it was kind of like catwalk looks.
Yes, and it's all knitted and things like that.
What did you think of the Watchers though?
I love the Watchers, especially the main one, Og, whatever his name was.
I was confused by the Watchers. It wasn't something that... So at first, the imagery of the Watchers first pop up when they're going through evolution of the Genesis story, where you first got Adam and Eve, and then Cain and Abel, and then Cain kind of goes off and lives with his descendants. And then it was like, in these angels were their only companions or something like that. And then we actually see what they are, and I'm like, what are those weird creatures that they're saying are angels. I don't understand it. And then they finally explain it, so that made a little more sense, but...
I like at the end when they're all fighting off the people and then one person gets exploded and then he shoots back up into the sky and they're like, he calls us home. And they're like, yeah, let's just go for it. And they start murdering all these people. Like, just like, I'm just going to run in there. And if I get killed, then so be it, because I could go flying back up into space again. But and then as soon as like all the rock people are dead, it's like God's like, okay, now I can kill everyone. Boosh, and all this water just bursts out of the
out the floor. It doesn't even come from like the rain in the end. It just is like big geysers or geysers.
Boom. I kept watching the rain. I was like, when they were having that last fight and it was just sort of drizzling, I was like, they're never going to get this boat off of the land before all of these people come in. What's going to happen? And then, the water out of the earth.
Why did they put the animals to sleep before the flood even started? Like, as soon as they got onto the boat, the animals went a kip. And I'm like, but surely it would... Like, how often do they have to keep using that magic potion that puts them all to sleep?
Yeah, did they feed them or anything during that time?
Maybe.
I don't know. And, like, where are they going to the toilet?
It just stinks of shit in the entire arc.
But even just thinking of elephants, like how much food they would need to feed elephants.
I actually don't think the ark looked big enough, in my opinion, to fit all of the animals that did turn up in those wide shots.
I thought you know what I would have liked to have seen is, like in the movie Titanic, where there's this establishing shot when they first set sail, and it kind of travels along the entirety of the Titanic so you can see how massive it actually is. I would have liked a tracking shot along the arc, because all we got were either like close-up shots of parts of it or like way far away so that you could see it. Like there was no point of reference of how massive it was at a certain point.
We never saw like the elephants on the ship. No. We saw like birds and snakes, and it's like, well, it's easy to fit them on something, but let me see some of the bigger animals and like how you've Tetrised them all together so they fit.
I know they built the ark themselves as a set piece, built like the main entrance bit and some bit at the back, and then obviously they CGI'd the rest. But you do get that swooping shot of when it's going back and watching the birds fly over to the ark. You get that big kind of shot of the whole ark nearly built.
I don't know. It just never really jumped out to me.
It never felt, like an amazing feat of engineering to me. It was just like, it's a big wooden rectangle. Like, most of the movie, it's got all the scaffolding around it, that's so you can't even, see what the actual shape of it looks like until the rain's there, and then they break away from the scaffolding. But then it's also choppy and stormy that you still can't really see it. And I don't know. I was unimpressed by the arc. I feel like they did these amazing, epic bits of cinematography, but the showpiece, as it were, was a bit naff.
Did you want, like in the classic Noah pictures that we get at school, did you want the giraffe's heads poking out the top of the arc?
Yes, I did.
I actually just wanted to see a giraffe. Whenever we see, there's like 3 sets of all the animals coming into the ark. First, all of the all the birds, and then all the lizards, and then all the mammals. And you can definitely see the elephants because they're kind of towering over everything. And I was like, "Where's a giraffe? Where's is this our set? The tallest animal that's coming in?"
The one bit I thought was quite harrowing or a bit spooky was when a few moments after the floods happened, and they're all kind of sitting in the dark, and you hear all the screams outside.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to that rock shot where they're all trying to climb up to the highest point.
Well, that's like the top of Anthony Hopkins Mountain, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then you just sort of like hear like the waves crash against it, and you can see them all falling into the water. And I was like, ooh. Like, well done for getting up that high, guys.
Yeah.
I understand why Noah's like feeling guilty and he's like racked with torment about it all because of stuff like that. But
he seems to go back and forth between all of these people are evil and need to, like, including us, and need to be demolished, and there is some humanity in there. Like, I feel like whenever he goes to find his son some wives, and he like, he sees that there's, like, the people ruling and controlling of things who are... And then there's, like, a offense, and everybody else who's just suffering and either being like kidnapped for food or like begging for food. And I don't know, like, I feel like, why wasn't there any like plea to the creator to save more of these people? Because presumably, okay, he is the last of Seth's ancestors.
His line,
but he had to have found Jennifer Jennifer Connelly has to be a Cain, right?
I don't really know.
Like, he had to have found his wife. You kind of have to suspend your disbelief because, you know, you get through the whole film and at the end of the day, those two little girls are going to have to mate up with one of their uncles, right?
Well, yeah, it's a bit incestuous, isn't it? Obviously, Ham leaves, but the other guy, yeah, Japheth's got to end up with one of the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like Jacob and Renesmee, isn't it?
What if God told like some other people around the world as well to make some arcs?
Well, that's not canon, is it? I would like to say, actually, no, what we were just talking about with going to get Ham and Japheth some wives. Like, poor little Ham, he does find a girl, but it's not destined to be because she ends up getting trampled in the woods.
She does.
Pretty horrifically, yeah.
He is like instantly in love with her. He's just like, I found somebody that I can see myself mating with or what have you. And then they're running desperately to get to because I think we mentioned that his brother and Isla were going to find them, and then she got her womb back. And so they get sidelined. And so, not Joseph, Noah goes to find them. And he, like, pulls Ham away from the girl and basically just lets her fall.
He could have saved that girl.
Yes, so
he 100% had time to, like, open that trap and grab her. So Ham does have every right to be, like, angry at him. Maybe not to, like, join in with Ray Winston and help him murder little animals on the boat, but... Definitely, he should have some beef with Noah.
I mean, Ham could have brought whatever vegetarian beans and stuff they were eating on the boat to Ray Winston.
That's very true. But instead he was like, no, eat a dodo.
But he wanted to eat meat. I need to eat the meat so I can get strong. I stink some shit in here. There's an elephant just next to him like...
I do feel like the bit on the arc, which is obviously the bit that we've been kind of building towards, is like the big bit. That to me is the boring bit of this movie. Like, I enjoyed the preparation for building the arc much more than them actually being on it.
It does slow down then. It becomes like a... And
it's so dark to actually see anything.
And there's so many time jumps. We go from, oh, we just had sex, to, oh, here's my mystical magical, you're pregnant, to, oh, you're ready to pop. We don't see, like, much of any of the day-to-day on the actual arc.
Because there's nothing to do, I guess.
Taking care of the animals.
But I'm like, what is Ray Winston doing all this 9 months?
He's resting, he's just eating some lizards and waiting for his opportune moment. And then telling Ham about girls.
Yeah.
You'll be a man when you murder someone. Like Noah, kill Noah, yeah? He's okay. I can't do this.
Well, when Ham gets the chance, he doesn't kill Noah either, though. He's like,
doesn't.
Just cowering, watching the fight. And then his brother comes down, and he's still cowering. And it is until his, like, brother almost kills him, I think, that his brother gets thrown aside.
He kind of just watches the fight, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they keep cutting to him, and he's like, oh, what? Oh, what do I do?
What did you think of Logan Lerman's British accent? I thought it was a bit up and down. It was very, like...
Yeah, he didn't talk that much.
No, he didn't say too much, but when he did speak, he was all like, my father will hear about this. It's like... It's all very like, Frodo Baggins is my name.
I think I was more taken out by how Hermione Granger, Emma Watson sounded. Like, she didn't really put on any different sort of...
Grandfather!
Oh, and her hair killed me. I don't know if they were trying to style it with some sort of braids, but it just looked like she had big knots in it.
Yeah, you didn't want to run a brush through that. It would have been painful.
With Emma Watson, she sings to those babies. Disney were like, now she can sing as Belle.
I would hope not, because that singing was terrible.
It was awful, wasn't it?
Do you know what, though? I said that Russell Crowe singing in this was better than his singing in Les Mis.
Yeah.
I wrote that down. I was like, actually, that was all right. I also wrote down how everybody in this movie can literally go to sleep on command, and I wish I could do that. Like, so many people that, like, Anthony Hopkins with that kid, he's just like, go to sleep now, and he's asleep, so they don't listen to what they're talking about. Jennifer Connelly does it to Noah at one point. I'm like, there's so many people at certain points where they're just like, sleep now, and they're like...
Because, like, Jennifer Connelly has this sort of, like, medicine woman aspect of her where she can, like, whip up the whatever drugs it is to...
Herbal tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they give to the animals.
And then and then also she has some sort of, like, pregnancy test that she does.
Oh, yeah, with, like, a leaf and a bowl of water.
Yeah. You're pregnant. Yeah? Yeah. If you're not, we'll know.
I wrote down whenever Anthony Hopkins touches Emma Watson's stomach to, like, give her the ability to have children, she winces in pain. I was like, oh, is she getting, like, all the menstrual cramps that she's never had?
Yeah.
You missed out on.
Shem also took me out of it. He was way too good looking to have survived. Like, the rest of them kind of looked like they had survived in the hellscape. He looked like the one Caucasian guy in a K-pop band that they, like, plucked out and put him into this. You have to be the sexy brother.
So if you were on the Ark, what role would you have? What would you be doing on there? You got 40 days and 40 nights. 9 months if it's this one, but what would your role be?
Yeah, I have 2 answers. One answer is if it was biblical, like the Bible story, I would be taking care of the animals and interacting with them and loving on them.
Yeah. I don't want, like, unconscious animals.
If I was in this version of the story, I would just be getting pregnant because that was all that women are good for in this.
Send your girls with. All right, and last question before we look at our ideas of this film. If God came to you in a vision tonight to tell you there's a flood coming, how would you get the word out? Would you tell your mate?
What, fellow man? No.
Or fellow man, or would you just try and build an ark on your own?
I would think I was going schizophrenic. Like, I would think that I had a mental thing happening and probably...
I'm probably not very good at building a boat, so I might get people to help me build the boat and then work out a way to shaft them afterwards and go off on my own.
Do you reckon like a normal like cruise ship could handle the floods?
No,
I don't think it could. But then I don't think their wooden rectangle could have either.
No.
I don't know. Maybe you need like a submarine. Maybe that would be all right because you could go under the wave. What would you do, Dave?
I would... I don't know, actually. I would probably tell you guys.
Oh, thanks.
But I'd say, like, look, I've had constant visions of floods happening. Like, I think I'm the next Noah. Like, we need to sort this out. I can have 7 people on board, but you have to get involved. Like, I've got all these snakes that keep coming to my house. Pets Corner.
Look, I've got a lizard. I am all right dealing with the reptiles.
Yeah. I'm like, do we get a plane with lots of fuel? But I don't know how long that will last for 40 days.
Oh, I don't want to be on a plane. I'll just let me die if we've got to go on a plane.
We have to build something.
in your scenario, I'm just like, okay, guys, have a happy life then. I guess I'm dying over here in the US.
No, because there's loads of warning, isn't there? He doesn't know it's going to happen. Like, there's months and months between when Noah finds out, so you can get over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And build an ark. I don't know where we're going to build it, where people aren't going to see what we're building, but...
Yeah, but nowadays no one would care, I don't think.
If you built an ark that big, they would care.
I think they would care, yeah. There would definitely be some YouTubers out there being like, this crazy man's building an ark.
And I'm like, well, have you seen the weather? Okay, so let's wrap this up in a nice little boat. And let's think about our favourite characters. Danielle, you can go first.
My favorite character was Methuselah. Is that how we even say it? I don't know. I enjoyed him the most. He just wanted some berries. He had the magic to give women fertility.
Fertility for you.
he also didn't like misinterpret the vision. Like he immediately didn't question given her fertility. He wasn't like, oh no, all humankind must be destroyed. Although he didn't really convey that to Noah. Least favorite was Noah. Just wanted people to kill him through pretty much the second half. I was like, whenever he was coming at the babies with a knife to kill him at the end, I wanted Shem to like rush into him and just drown him.
Yeah. I did like how he was like slowly with the knife and he's like, and a kiss. So he kind of puts the knife away and goes, oh, I'm only joking. Got ya. What about you, Nat?
My favourite was Og, the Watcher. I haven't really got too much to say other than that he was just a nice guy. He saved them from the pit and helped them out until everybody got on board. My worst, I mean, obviously Noah is the worst, but to be different, I will go with Isla, whatever her name was, just because I felt like her character didn't have anything else other than I'm barren, now I'm not barren.
Yeah.
I don't know. There just wasn't anything else to her character other than I can't have children, I can have children. So to me, she was just a bit boring. And I feel like because it was played by Emma Watson, they were like, we have to give her more to do.
We've paid her enough.
Yeah.
She's not drinking any bottled water.
How about you, Dave?
I liked Sam Yazar, the angry angel who's always like, kill them all! they drag the Og back. He's coming with us. He's like, no! And then he goes to kill Noah, but then the thing sprouts. So I liked him.
The seed, yeah.
The seed comes out. So yeah, I liked him the most just because he's like, how did he become an angel? I want to know about him. He's pissed off all the time. And least favourite was Ray Winston. I think he was a bit too hammy and took away. Just because I think like everyone else was doing it like very like serious biblical epic, and he kind of just made it into like, oh, I'm Ray Winston, I'm going to kill you and stuff. And plus he killed Sam Yazar.
Yeah.
So that's really sad. Danielle, what's your favourite scene?
My favourite scene is when Methuselah finds the berry finally. He finds the berry. Like he's shuffling through the brush, like the ground, looking for a berry for the longest time, and he finds that single berry in the ground, and he picks it up, and then the water just like blows him over.
Yeah. I did like the running thing that every time he saw a character, he's like, have you bought me any berries?
They're like, no.
No, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, it's not that much of a story that we all go and be like, Methuselah really wants berries.
So if he eats a berry, then that's the end of his story.
Well, clearly nobody ever went and visited him again. No. Like, they set up camp, and then they only visited him when they needed things, so...
Like, was there even a conversation where they were like, do you want to come on the Ark? I don't remember that conversation. Did that happen?
No, he just left up there.
My favourite scene was the Watcher's final stand, I put. So, yeah, the little chain to stop all the people, and then their whole exploding to get rid of everybody.
Yeah, that is a good scene, because they're all kind of like... It's a massive build-up. They're fighting them all off, and then, like...
Yeah, I think it's because it's finally going to happen. Like, the Ark's finally going to, like, kick off sort of thing.
Yeah.
How about you, Dave?
I liked the when it followed the stream.
Yeah, that is a good scene actually. Yeah, with the seed sprouts,
and then you see like the birds flying over it, and then you got them the sort of the score slowly building up, and then it reveals the Ark, and then everyone's old now because they've been building this thing for like 7 years.
I quite like how it's like not a smooth transition of you following the stream either. It's kind of like photos that have been like almost like a flip book kind of thing.
It's very stylized, isn't it? This film, yeah, like the silhouettes and stuff in the he's just had his dream, and like the background's got this like hue of like blue and then going into like red, and they're like that look really nice.
Well, I think that's a Darren Aronofsky thing. I think, like you mentioned, The Fountain was very stylistic. His first film was a thing called Pi, that it's all black and white, but it's all sort of this weird imagery and mathematics and stuff like that. And even he did Mother, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did.
I liked Mother. That was stressful. Our ratings now. So I'm going to go first. Out of limes, I'm going to give it a solid 5 out of 5.
Whoa.
That is a bold score.
I love Noah. It's great. The only thing I've got problem is that the people who made it weren't credited long enough in the end credits.
I gave it 3.5.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best film in the world. I think the first hour and a half are probably a lot more interesting than the last hour. But I think for a 2014 movie, it's It's epic. The visuals are great. Yeah, I couldn't fault it more for that because there's some solid performances in it. I wouldn't watch it again. I mean, I know I've watched it twice now, but unless Dave makes me watch it for a third time, I can't see myself watching it again. But 3.5.
It's a 5-star movie for him. He might.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I used to listen to the Noah music walking to work.
But there's only 2 notes. How can you listen to a soundtrack?
Dun, dun.
I saw the chat about the soundtrack, and I completely forgot. Like, it didn't stand out to me at all. And whenever I did listen for it, it just didn't. I personally did not see what you found in it. I gave it a 2. I just didn't enjoy myself watching this. I would rather watch Fluke again than watch
Yay,
this.
Fluke!
Really?
Yes.
I mean, Fluke had a good score.
Right.
But I got a real ick from all the, like, oh, we gotta find wives, and Ham is just, like, so horny and just, like, an incel almost. He's like, oh, I need to get a wife, and I just hated all of that, and then...
But yeah, okay, so that is the end of this podcast, and maybe the end of the world if the floods are coming.
Jesus.
So get in your ark.
Give me time to build the ark.
No, you ain't got no time. So get in your ark, get on with yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
Noah.